I think that might have been the best cruise we ever had. Ahoy, coconut heads.
This is our official review about the MSC Seascape Yacht Club cruise that we just got off of March 15th, 2025.
Yeah, we were in cabin 18031 in the Yacht Club, guys. Wow, what an experience. It's a long video, but it's a full review. And stick around until the end, because at the end we're going to reveal the secret that we secretly wish had never gotten out. We've known about this secret for 6 years, and now everybody knows about it, apparently.
Before we dig into the actual review, we just wanted to go over a couple of things with our audience and our subscribers, who we want to thank for following along. Wayne has been uploading our entire cruise day by day, hour by hour in some instances, and
so we also wanted to apologize to our viewers. Like it, share it, subscribe it.
They've been edited down to, you know, the things that
we had to let our editor go.
Yeah,
and our sound guy, our gaffer. There's been a lot of changes here at the cabana.
Through some of the comments on YouTube, people have asked if we are paid by the cruise lines to do this. Nope. We are spending our hard-earned dollars. We are savvy cruisers. We're savvy ex-travel professionals.
Choosy.
And
we're choosy.
We're choosy. That's right. That's a better word. We choose where we spend our dollar, and we make sure that it's a value. And
choosy cruisers. That's what we are.
Yep. So.
And this is our chart house. This is what we're doing in here. We're charting the path to the best
cruise experience.
Cruise choices. We're fortunate enough to be able to cruise and to be able to cruise well. And but we also recognize that, you know, that is absolutely a luxury and it's a privilege, and we want to be humble about it and sincere, and also recognize the people in the industry that work so hard to make these experiences possible. So first, and we do a lot of joking around and kidding, and you know, look, if we're not laughing about ourselves and laughing about life, then what are we doing here, right? This is a big ship, guys. It launched in 2022. It's 1,112 feet long. It's 134 feet at the beam, 170,000 gross tons, almost 6,000 passengers, 1,600, over 1,600 crew. Massive ship, 20 decks. 22 knots she'll do, 18.5 cruising speed. She is the EVO class ship, considered the EVO class. She has 11 restaurants. She has 20 bars. Her sister ship is the Seashore. And guys, she's an Italian girl, okay? She was made in Italy by the Fincantieri. And, you know, such an impressive vessel. Wow. That youthful energy was really fun.
And what I love to see is the kids really keyed in with the staff.
And they referred to us as the Yacht Club family a lot throughout the week. Yeah. And it's not just a gimmick. It really was heartfelt and really did have a family vibe, you know.
Yeah. Truly Italian when you go on board, you know.
Warm. It's warm. That's the experience, and that's what makes it unique. The uniqueness about the brand, I think, is its warmth. It's hospitality. It's great service, but it's warm. Yeah,
and we gave it a 10 for its uniqueness. It's
perfectly unique.
There were a lot of European stylings throughout the ship. The Swarovski crystal staircases all over. It's very unique. It's very Italian, and you know you're on MSC.
Just carries itself differently than the other brands. Like when you see someone strolling through the airport, you just can tell just by looking at them, they're not from around here. They're from somewhere exotic and interesting. I'd like to talk to that person. That's the uniqueness we're talking about.
And then to bring it home, loyalty program is part of the brand, right? And we've talked a lot about loyalty programs for airlines and hotels and cruise lines. And I'm going to tell you, MSC gets a solid 10 in this category for us, and I'll tell you why. They give you a discount. If we're Diamond with them, we get an automatic discount on our cruises. It's not a free cruise for gambling. There's our cruise card.
Still wearing my lanyard.
Yes, exactly. He's proud of his Diamond status.
Detachable lanyard, so you can pop it in the night light slot.
Yes, for your lights in the room. But, you know, I don't know of the other cruise lines that really give you an automatic 5% discount. You can actually get a 15% discount if you do certain journey cruises and a year in advance get double points for certain cruises. There's a lot in their loyalty program, but I've just got the 3 highlighted items that really seem unique. The other thing is that once a cruise, we get snacks and gifts in the room. We got a specialty chocolate and macaroons, a bottle of Prosecco, just as part of the program.
Not just snacks and gifts, like pretty amazing snacks and gifts, because anyone can do snacks and gifts.
They're Italian snacks and gifts.
These are Italian snacks and gifts. They're just different. What do they call those?
Look at that. 2 people. Look at all the Toblerone. Back to that uniqueness and warmth. And then, because we're Diamond, we actually get a free specialty dinner. I mean, what other cruise line does that? We get a free specialty dinner, not because we were in Yacht Club.
It's absurd.
It's because of our loyalty program.
The perks are...
So they're great. So for the brand, MSC, you come home with a solid 10.
Next we come to Decor. A lot goes into this as well. And if I had to summarize it, which is a difficult thing to do, I would describe it as elegant. I would describe it as luxurious. I would describe it as contemporary. I think everyone should be studying the way MSC designs their ships because they are nailing it. It is a perfect balance of art and function. I mean, it's just moving.
There's some cool art throughout the ship. And the steps are beautiful.
Beautiful art. The steps like literally sparkle. Yeah. They really keep in mind the idea that, look, we're at sea and we want to experience the ocean. We're on a cruise. That's mostly what we're here to do. And they provide so many opportunities to bring the experience of being at sea into the vessel. I was trying to put this all into words the other day and I couldn't do it. I was just struggling. I'm like, no, it has to be more prosaic. It's not enough. And Stacia says to me, it's kind of like approachable opulence. And I was like, that's it. Yeah. We only have time for the Bridge of Sighs and, you know, and the good thing is our entire video is out there.
You can see it.
Watch. Literally, our whole cruise is on the internet.
So we talked about the brand being a 10 and the design being a 10. And now we're going to talk about the value. What's it going to cost, right? So value is made up of price comparisons to other cruise lines, the included amenities, and the additional costs. So again, we were in the Yacht Club. So we know that we're spending more than we could have if we just got an inside cabin, which I would have been fine having an inside cabin as well. But we're cruising suites right now, and Yacht Club is our home away from home. And comparing the Yacht Club to the other cruise line suites, ship within a ship, or just having a suite on the other cruise lines, there's no comparison. The affordable luxury that we're able to get on MSC, it's pretty amazing, especially with that discount, with some of the extra perks that we get with the specialty restaurant, drinks included, Wi-Fi included, everything is absolutely included. And it's not always when you buy a suite on the other cruise lines. You don't get everything. You've got to like nickel and dime here, just like you do when you're in a basic cabin and you have to buy this and buy that. When you buy into Yacht Club, it's all there. It is soup to nuts. You get a Butler escort that brings you through for your embarkation.
An amazing Butler escort.
The other cruise lines, you've got to order room service, or they might drop something off, nightly. We got nightly gifts from our Butler in a little box.
Not just gifts, amazing gifts.
Yeah, you'll see them in our video, but
high
quality chocolates and nougats, fruit bowls,
Italian
and Prosecco, and a bottle of Belvedere.
Plated.
The little sandwiches.
So Stacia, tell us about the additional costs.
They're not. It's all included. That's what I was saying, is that the Yacht Club is truly all inclusive. The other thing about Yacht Club, there are none. There are no additional costs. But if you do want to do a shore excursion, you want to go, I had a massage. If you book those ahead of time, this is one of our secrets, it's inexpensive. It literally is so much less expensive than the other cruise lines. It's at least a 20% discount from the other big lines. So make sure that if you book a cruise, book it ahead of time. You may not get your time ahead, you don't get your slot, but it's easy to reserve that once you get on board. But make sure that you're reserving everything ahead of time, because it literally, you don't have to pay for a thing in Yacht Club. So we got a 10, a 10, and a 10 for another perfect score for value.
Well, so there's no additional costs. And, because of that, tip extra, guys. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you.
But hold on one moment. You don't have to tip extra. That's included in your fare. So you do pay your service fee. When you pay your yacht club, you can prepay your tips, which we do. So, you never feel like you're tipping enough when you get phenomenal service. When you have the mediocre service, you're like, eh. But I'll tell you, on this cruise, it was really, really great.
I think the message is tip extra. I mean, these folks really work so extraordinarily hard. We have no idea. I mean, it is a lot of work. And tip extra.
Yeah, perfect 10. Perfect score.
And now we move on to the itinerary category, which is comprised of 3 categories, subcategories: the ports of call that we consider, the shore excursions, and the logistics. And that's kind of a lot in that word, but we're thinking about docking, tendering, terminals, the duty-free. So all in all, we gave this category a 9. They scored 9 coconuts here.
So this is the first one they didn't get a 10.
Well, yeah.
So what happened?
Well, so
was it
very high scores. We have actually, look, 9 is a pretty high score. I mean, that's sort of like, well, why didn't I get an A++?
Right.
So that's what we're talking about ultimately here. And look, so first of all, the itinerary: San Juan, fabulous town,
Loved
amazing
it. Yeah.
port, incredible. If you've never been, you must go. Probably one of my favorite places to visit in the Caribbean. Also, the Dominican Republic. Amber Cove, great, another great stop.
Yeah, we were scheduled to go to the Tejano Bay.
Yeah, little shift in the middle there.
Yeah.
Like there was a weather or some situation where they had to, maybe it was a traffic thing, but they moved us,
to move us to
4 miles to a different dock. Not a big deal.
What is really, really cool about MSC and their itineraries? How late did we stay in San Juan? All aboard was...
I think we're still there.
10:30 at night.
Yeah, it was late.
It was really cool, and to be able to sail away at dark, and to be able to go ashore while it was dark out, it was pretty cool. I mean, 11 p.m. sail away, and we got in at 8 a.m. So it was an all-day excursion, and you're right downtown by Old San Juan, able to go to the forts. You can buy one ticket to get in both forts for the day and just walk around and discover the culture that is Old San Juan and San Juan. You've got time to go out and do, the rainforest, to go to the Condado, the other beaches.
Yeah.
You can rent a car, and whatever your wishes are for San Juan, it's a long day, and you can do whatever you want.
It's such a scenic place.
Some reports about missing Ocean Cay because of the winds. So our captain actually had phoned the head office,
Capitano,
because he knew that there was wind coming in. And so he didn't want to miss it on this cruise. So what he did is he docked us the night before at 11 p.m. Made the announcement. We came back, said that we're going to be docking tonight instead of tomorrow morning because we don't want to miss it. So when you wake up, you can get off early at 7 a.m. instead of 8. So we got to see the electric light show. It's the third time we've seen it, and it's fabulous.
A lot to do, a lot of scenic beauty, a lot to discover, even if you don't have a plan and you don't book one of the excursions.
But they had some very unique excursions on MSC that I've never seen before. So there were 2 excursions that other cruise lines don't offer. They're very unique to MSC. One of them is a guided tour of the lighthouse. That was really cool.
The guided tour of the lighthouse is friggin' amazing. Yeah. But trust me when I tell you, you're missing it if you don't go out there.
Yeah. And to go all the way up, how many?
Well, I don't want to give it away, right? You're going to have to buy the ticket to find out how many steps there are in it. It's quite a few. The view up there is amazing. The other thing we need to talk about out there, though, is the Lighthouse Bar that's right there. So after or before you've made this amazing climb, to see the most stunning view probably in the Caribbean.
It seems like it's one of the secrets that has not gotten out yet.
It is breathtaking.
It's a beautiful, beautiful bar.
And then there's a bar right there after you can sit and have a drink and turn and look, and there's your ship right there, the beautiful MSC Seascape. at birth. Scenic, beautiful, elegant, so well designed. It's a great photo opportunity. It's probably the best photo opportunity on Ocean Cay, I think, where you're going to get the best family photos.
And we got a history tour of the island and how it was built, you know.
I say that as a photographer, so go to this bar.
That's really cool.
With your camera.
And then the other excursion that there's actually a backscenes tour that we get as a Diamond member. I just don't know how to sign up for it. That does get included in our loyalty program. But ahead of time on the sea day, when you go to the excursions on a sea day, is where you find this. There are backstage tours that you can pay. It was not expensive at all, but we did the bridge tour, and that was really cool.
Yeah, so the shore excursions, the other thing I have to talk about is that tram that they have that takes you around the island. It's not technically an excursion, but it kind of is. Like, it's free of charge, and you should do it because it's really fun. Yeah, tendering, terminals, duty free.
San Juan, we were right downtown. We were within walking distance of Taona Bay. That's why I was disappointed.
They drop you off right downtown, you know, or right in front of the school, like your mom used to do. Like, here you are, guys, San Juan.
And Ocean Cay is it Key or K?
K, I think you can pronounce it either way, but I always say it K.
I always do too, because
we're probably wrong. Itinerary, we gave it a total of 9.
Very good.
You know, for the category. So really quite well. The thing that we failed to mention was there is a new terminal coming in Miami. And unfortunately, we missed it this time out.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah, there was it was not clear going into the week whether or not we'd be leaving from there. We were excited that maybe we would, but didn't. As it happened, we got to experience the old terminal. Probably, you know, maybe one last time, possibly. And it was actually a really good experience because it kind of made me appreciate what a great terminal it actually is.
So our food, we have variety, quality, and creativity. We've got restaurant, you have the top sale, you have room service. You can go back to the main, you know, section of the ship and do their buffet, do their restaurants, do their specialty restaurants. Then, in Yacht Club, they have the most amazing outdoor buffet with a grill and a homemade pasta and homemade fish or skewers at the pool.
Because everyone's off doing their own thing, reading a book. Oh, I got too much sun. I missed lunch. I woke up at a weird time. It's between lunch and dinner, but the buffet's closed. What do I do? You're good. Like, there are so many options.
The coffee, amazing.
Oh, the coffee. Whew, forget about it.
We went to the steakhouse. First time we went to Butcher's Cut in 6 Cruises for some reason. And did the upcharge of the Alaskan king crab legs. It was only $20. Had lobster twice in the Yacht Club, and I was like, oh, so the lobster wasn't as special as normally it is when I go to Butcher Cut. That's what I go for. Really good.
Phenomenal.
And it was plentiful.
Some of the
wasn't salty.
Best king crab I've had in any restaurant ever, I would say.
Yeah. The quality of the snacks and the top sale. Really good.
Amazing. The quality of the baked goods, the pastries, like, oh, wow.
The
quality of the
cheese
chocolate, the quality of all of
it.
The
Venchi.
The quality of the freaking lettuce, guys.
We would call it a Venchi the whole time.
The Italians are proud, so they said, look, maybe they've been here 6 times. I think this time we'll correct them and tell them how it's really pronounced. So we appreciated that. The gelato, the quality of the gelato, like, whoa, so good. The quality of their sorbets and the coffee, which we mentioned, but it's worth
try the gelato both in the buffet as well as by the jungle pool.
Yeah.
It was really yummy.
Really good quality. And the quality of the buffet food, which I failed to mention, is, was actually really good too.
It's really
the
good.
Buffet, it's good.
You did a pizza comparison between the Yacht Club pizza that's delivered and the buffet pizza.
I did, and I actually, after much thought, I actually prefer the buffet pizza, I would say, to the Yacht Club room service pizza.
Which is not normal for everybody, but he's a pizza expert.
Hey, look,
he's a pizza snob.
Full disclosure, they were both, all of the pizza, I didn't have any bad pizza. It was all amazing.
They really good. Tiramisu was unique. They had...
It was a creative presentation. If you love tiramisu, and I've had so many mediocre tiramisus that I barely even order it anymore. This one is amazing. That I thought,
yeah, and I mean, just the
and
different...
the little chocolate sculpture they did, and so
it's really
very
good.
creative.
Try the pastas. If you don't know what they are, just get them.
Satisfying and hearty, and but also light and approachable. It has little baby mushrooms in it, little carrot.
I'll tell you what, man. That was pretty goddamn good.
You want more?
I'm very impressed. Well, I wouldn't say that I'm full. That was like a really hearty meal. It was like eating like a stew. Like it has that comfort food sort of vibe. But yet it somehow also manages to be like really light.
And a dish you can actually finish and not feel like, oh my god, I need to go to bed.
And they don't necessarily have some, Uber chef's name on their restaurants. But you know what? That's fine with me. They're bringing the Italian flair.
Well, these chefs are celebrities in their own right. And what I love about them is they're out, they're visible, they're walking around, especially in the yacht club. And I really appreciate that.
You see the officers all over this ship, not just in the yacht club. You see them all over. So the food overall got a 9, and then that brings us to the cabin.
Well, can we just talk for one quick second about chocolate again?
Stacey's playing with her food. She put her white chocolate sculpture into my grandma's chocolate cake, and now I'm 7 years old.
Chocolate.
Wait a minute.
Final word on food.
Well,
pizza.
Except for the canapes.
Pasta.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
We have to talk about the canapes also. We must. You know that. The canapes. The canapes are the great Gatsby of the
20
party.
hours.
Where's Gatsby? Where is he? Iberian ham flavored.
Ham, Parma ham.
Potato
chips.
Truffle. Creative. Is that creative?
Salt, vinegar.
So what are we going to do after this? Should we look at the daily planner and see what's going on?
Those are good goddamn potato chips, babe.
Ham
Iberian
flavored.
ham, Parma ham.
Potato chips. Truffle. Creative. Is that creative?
Salt, vinegar.
I don't know. And it's always there. It's always in the top sale. They're never going to leave you hanging.
Yeah.
So it's just reliably. Anytime you go in there, anytime you want a snack, whatever time of day, it's there for you.
Yeah. Anything else on the food?
9 for food. Almost a perfect score. 9.
Perfect.
9.
And I know there's questions on this.
Yeah, and what was your takeaway? Lean into the Italian dishes. That's where the real gold is.
Lean into the stuff that you wouldn't normally order on a menu. If you don't like it, you can send it back.
Yeah, which we didn't send anything back though. You're not going to send it back.
So let's move on to the cabin, which is made up of comfort, function, and style. Would you like to take it away, Wayne?
Yeah, the cabin, and I take this one because it's more my wheelhouse of what I do career-wise. So these things are a little bit more, closer to my awareness. The pillow menu, the bedding, the couch were all things that stood out to me.
We didn't have a whole lot of privacy on our balcony because the suites up and down were able to look down on about 3 decks.
In case you needed a menu for pillows, like, whoa.
Curtains worked really well.
Yeah.
There was plenty of room to get by, plenty of storage.
I thought the bedding was really cozy.
Yeah.
Good, heavy quality
Coffee
fabric.
maker in the machine or in the room.
Yeah.
Coffee machine in the room.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other cruise line that does that. And it's an espresso. It's really good espresso coffee.
The pull-out couch was really amazingly comfortable.
Really
this really sort of suede type material. Great
For the
place
kids.
to sit with your tuxedo and wait for your wife to finish putting her necklace on.
The other thing that, so it's not a huge suite cabin, and it's big, but there were 2 thermostats. You could actually have cool on one side.
2 zones. Nice, big, spacious bathroom. Really smartly designed. It's got a really cool bench in there that you can, sit.
As a makeup mirror, ladies.
It's lighted interior closets, guys. It really did have ample storage.
And kids are allowed in yacht club, unlike some of the other cruise lines.
Yeah.
So it gives you plenty of room.
Yeah, and our stuff was pretty much truly separate. Most of our cruises were sharing.
We're too close.
Yeah, the plug
That's the only
situation
thing,
by the beds isn't so great. Only one person has USB outlets on their side. Not a huge deal breaker. I mean, honestly, I don't really want to be on my phone at night anyway. I thought the lighting controls in the cabins could have been a little bit more robust, and a little bit more intuitive, and but whatever, but not a deal breaker due to the fact of our particular cabin, 18031, which is an adjoining suite and would have had a mirror in a place that is used by an adjoining door, so not a big deal. But
no, just to try to make sure that you looked good while you're putting your
well,
jacket
you want to
on
be able to
off.
make sure that your heels match your necklace and your tiara, and whatever else.
I don't wear a tiara.
Who's maybe I'm wearing the tiara.
Okay, it's Wayne.
So that brings us to style. Great segue. And that sort of 40s pinup girl sort of style, like sexy, but yet somehow demure at the same time. So yeah, classically current, casually formal. Like think Sophia Loren.
Proper, but it's also casual. It's approachable. It's approachable opulence.
Yeah, so we gave the whole overall cabin a 9. And it's well deserved. It's a great cabin. It's one of our favorites. We've done it many times. We highly recommend it. I can't think of anything I really don't like about it.
All right, and then that brings us into service.
You get the service that you give in a way, right? So you're on vacation, you're there to have a good time. Like, your job is to have a good time. Like, so guys, have a good time.
Especially
the dining service and the buffet. Like,
and the buffet.
The guys that are in there, the bussers in there, they're like just
they would bring it right to us. It was wonderful. Yeah.
Willing to get stuff they don't normally get for you on other
fresh
cruises.
Making. Then we did our specialty night in Butcher's Cut, and they were great. Okay.
Ethan at the bar, in the Yacht Club bar.
He was great. He turned me on to the Hugo, which was a Prosecco and lavender, I believe, cocktail.
It was really so cool. Nice. We talked to him for a long time. And how about that bartender at the champagne bar that was like cracking you up with his like karate jiu-jitsu moves, throwing the coasters around.
And a very special dress on for elegant night, and it's black with a Chinese dragon down the center. And when I walked up to the champagne bar, he bowed. So he gave me props, and that just made me feel so good.
If bar hopping is your thing, like MSC,
personable.
There's so much fun to be had there.
It's really, really
it's
fun.
An adventure.
And they have a real Vino, who is the yacht club director, was everywhere. And he runs a phenomenal team. Was on the seashore. I think he's going to be on the seashore with us in July again when we go. And I've had him on another cruise when we were on the sea shore. He was with Arthur. Hi, Arthur. Hi, Vishnu.
Pecorino.
He was the yacht club director with both of them back in the day in the Divina, and then on the seashore. Which one was the one?
That's the other
Seaside.
Apology we owe the audience.
Vishnu.
I keep confusing seashore, seascape, the seashells by the seashore.
The head butler. Oh my gosh. She drove the tram. She ran the party at the yacht club. She's teaching everybody the dance lessons.
Well, first things first. When did we meet Maria? So we met her on the first night. The first
day.
Morning, actually. She was probably the first person we formally met. Crisp tuxedo. Hi, I'm Maria. I'm the head butler. I'm here to make sure I forget what she said, but I was just sort of like, hi. It was like meeting a Mickey Mouse character at the park where you're like, I'm talking to Tigger.
She really rolled out the red carpet in a warm way so that we knew that we were going to be taken care of. And she had everybody. She approached, I believe, everybody in that room.
She wound up being a Tigger, because she was bouncing everywhere. We'd turn the corner and there she is. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so
she escorted me into the cocktail party to find a table for us.
She did. I was like, oh, she beat me to my job. She did my job.
She put her arm out and took me in, and Wayne got to follow us.
She did a better job.
She took us to the final table that was available.
She showed me how it should be done. Senior officer level engagement, and it's phenomenal. It's amazing how many senior department heads directly engaged us, and were just so active in our experience of having a great time. Thank you for that.
Yes, and they were at the diamond party in the Uptown Lounge. They were there. It was great. You got your picture taken. Always available.
Several opportunities to see the captain, the second officer.
And they wanted to talk. They wanted to hear your view.
Yeah.
But then that translated into our butler and junior butler. So Anuil and Senko took phenomenal care of us in our room, as well as topsail, as well as at the one pool out at Ocean House. They were everywhere. We were dancing with them.
Incredible.
And Will took care of me and was dancing with me during the yacht club party. It was fun. It was really
Yeah, and Senko, just like
so warm.
right from the jump. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know. I'll take care of it. You know, I'm here.
And we didn't need a lot.
But we didn't have a chance to ask them for anything because we had everything and more than we
escorted us to the theater, escorted us on and off the ship, escorted us.
We didn't have a chance to want for anything.
No, nothing.
So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Everyone involved.
It was really, really great.
Incredible.
So this staff was really, I think, what made this cruise so special.
6 MSC
Yacht Club
cruise,
6th,
our
and
32nd
2 were on Divina, the rest were
overall
on the
cruise. I mean,
they were on this style of ship.
And we came
this
off
is our best one.
We came off away from the vacation like. I think that might have been the best cruise we ever had, maybe.
And also Prince up on the pool deck. He got a promotion, I guess, at the beginning of the cruise to come up, and he was great at the pool deck.
Great guy.
So, of course, service got a perfect 10.
Yeah,
we love you.
Perfect 10.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfecto.
That brings us on to the embarkation and debarkation.
Yeah.
No.
9. We gave it a 9. Pretty high score.
Well, it was transportation and parking, terminal waiting lounge, and boarding. Boarding got a 10 because of Maria. Her welcome aboard and her enthusiasm brought that up into that top sail lounge when we come in. We don't get that on the other cruises when we sail in suite.
Sometimes in the past, some cruise lines have gotten this better with the welcome aboard situation where you're coming on board and it's like, guys, welcome aboard. You're on vacation. Yay. Enthusiasm, warmth.
They're all cheering section when you come in.
Cruises don't always get this right. They often miss it, but MSC nailed it this time. Maria
Butler
was a huge part of that, but
to the top sail,
so was the whole crew. Everybody flocked to us with gratitude as we were getting on board, stopped what they were doing, stopped what they were polishing, turned to acknowledge us, and it just felt amazing.
The parking and the transportation area, that's Miami's issue. I mean, it was a little rough.
That, no.
Yeah, they've got their new terminal coming up. I can't wait to see what the yacht club area is going to be like. Miami's just a mess. Leave early because the tunnel closes and opens, and with the Icon of the Seas coming in, and then you have World America coming in, there's going to be too many people descending on that port at once.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's pretty congested and frustrating. And leave early.
Leave early with some patience. And actually, we came into a different terminal than we embarked from, and they did have shuttle buses set up for us. I asked Vinod, the yacht club director, I said, so should we wait for the shuttle bus, or do you think, are we mobile enough that we should just walk our bags over? And he goes, walk your bags. He goes, it's okay. The shuttle bus is there, but it's got to go hit the traffic. The garage is right there.
We could see where it was, and so that was really appreciated.
Yeah, it was appreciative, and I asked him for that. He's, they've got the shuttles. They went to the trouble for that, but the traffic they can't control, and that was the shuttle had to go back around that way. So
and they were so accommodating. We had a meeting, a full meeting on the beach with our butler the day before we were departing about what our preferences were for the morning.
We gave it a 9 only because of the traffic in Miami.
Yeah. So.
And then that brings us on to entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind immediately was the amazing piano and the amazing guitar players. The music in the yacht club.
Mm-hmm. Every night.
Astounding. Every night, different musicians, different instruments, different types of music throughout the week. I mean,
and these were the headliners from the rest of the shows.
So talented, such talented. My only criticism is not with the music, but with the passengers. Guys, get up, dance. There's a dance floor right there by the piano, and I was so hoping that somebody would, go out there and just twirl the light fantastic and cut the rug and so but
that's what Maria has put together in the yacht club.
Maria got people dancing upstairs, but I want to see people dancing in that lounge downstairs, and I think they should actually have a prom night or something where it's like a dance and they can utilize, because you can see the architects that the reason I say this is because you can see the intent of this in the expression of the architecture, and it's just, I wish people would get out there and dance and use that dance floor as it was meant to be used.
Yeah, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But cut a rug when you go.
Dancing. Everything else is bullshit.
And then we've got the shops in the casino. The casino was a little disappointment. It got a 7. It was smoky. It was a really stylish bar, but boy, was it smoky. And it just seemed a little bit tight. I didn't want to sit around long enough to really get the machines going. But what made up for the casino were the shops. They were really good. The prices, again, were amazing. Can I see my jacket?
Oh, yeah. Well, not only the shops.
Look at this.
But
This
also,
is something I got. Isn't this adorable?
yeah,
It's adorbs.
I got one also.
It's adorbs. And this was under $40.
Yeah.
And it's quality.
It is, and it's warm, it's fun,
It's
and they had it in dark navy too, in case you didn't want to risk spilling spaghetti sauce on
And
it.
if you spend over $50, you get a discount with your Voyagers Club membership. So, I mean, that's great. I mean, who does that? And we got that, and then I got perfumes that hadn't been around, and I found a Gucci for $60, $59. So, I mean, that was crazy prices. So, the shops really made up for the lack of the casino that we could really sit
I'd
in.
have to say, in defense of the casino, though, which I thought was too smoky, and I wish they would do a better job of corralling that, was the bar. I thought the bar actually was really
nice.
cool, and the design of the casino area, it was very social. It did a good job of attracting people in there. There was that cool, like, New York Times Square, like, situation.
They had the dueling
with the
pianos
lights
down that you could
Dueling
watch.
pianos was so fun,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
those were good things, too.
They did have a cool sports bar that had some
Sports bar was cool.
slots up there. They didn't have tables, but that was non-smoking, so that helped a little bit. But there wasn't as much energy like that a casino brings.
Yeah.
So, but it was cool. I mean, it was okay. But then the activities.
Well, one last thing about the shops, though, the service in the shops, because that is worth mentioning, because we already talked about service, but not about the shops and the service in the shops, and it was really good.
They gifted us with a really cute toy tugboat.
He's like, here's a tugboat for you guys. And we were like, oh, cool. And it's like the size of like a lunch pail or something. So we're walking out of the shop with it. I said, hey, honey, should we like see if this little girl behind us wants this boat? And her eyes just lit up and she's like, I can have this. That was just a great moment. And honestly, I have to thank MSC for that, because they were the ones that made that moment possible, not me. I was just passing it on. So
very cool.
and I credit it to the service.
Yeah, the shops and the service. That's great.
The activities.
The activities were phenomenal. So we talked about this yacht club pool party. There's a video out there, and it was really great. They have white parties in the main section of the cruise. They used to have a white party and
conga,
a tropical and
what do you want?
Conga line. It was like, but Maria has one party a week, which is perfect. That way you can go out and have fun in the main cabin, bring it back. There were too many parties where it was just all segregated. So she's got this one party, and the staff was having a ball. Everybody in the area was having a ball. Everybody was dancing.
The
They brought in
energy of the
DJ.
yacht club staff is what made that party amazing.
Yep. Exactly.
So thank you for that, first of all, because where do you find all this energy doing the jobs that you do, first of all, to party with us late into the night as you did, and to bring us out of our shells and be like, get up. I know that's a comfortable chair, but get up and dance.
It was fun. It was
you're
a
in
lot
the
of
Caribbean. You're on vacation, so
It was a great
thanks for
time.
that, yeah.
And that was in the yacht club. And then we went out to the atrium, and they had like a 4-deck party going on, doing the YMCA and ABBA and 70s music. It was really cool. It was
It's
like a
crowd
decades
that loves
party.
to party. I think MSC
Yeah.
is kind of, they're a little bit.
It's not crazy party.
Not crazy,
but
but like,
it's not bad. It's not
enough.
rowdy.
The perfect
where drunk
amount of
people are floating around. It's not that.
It's enough.
Yeah, it's an elegant party. But they also had
It's party. Let's go get some pizza.
Yeah. Then they also had a lot of activities around the ship. They had the Robotron. I got to do that. That was fun. Scared the bejesus out of me. I thought I was going to fall out of it.
I didn't love it, but
I loved it. So
I love the idea of it. But
when we were going, it was the Robotron. So I wanted to do that. It's very unique to this ship only. It's the only place that has this. They've got a big swing that's coming on World America that takes you over the slide. But it was a lot of fun. It's a fee for that, but it was well worth it for one time at least. The kids will love it. The slides were fabulous. They were, they were a lot of fun. The one with the inner tube, there's a little bit of a line, but it's well worth it. It's really
slides
cool.
are fun, and there's a secret about the slides, which I don't know whether we should spoil it. They're not what you think. There's a little twist to them, literally.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Keep the secret.
But the slides were great. We had a lot of fun. We did both of them.
And they were all free.
The single rider and the double rider. And
it's
both
fun.
worth doing.
It's a lot of fun. And then they had the white party, and then the diamond party.
Diamond Party was cool. I mean, it was a great chance once again to engage with the officers and some of the senior level staff,
and other fellow cruisers.
And it was nice to see how hard they work to appreciate loyalty to the brand, and they really do, I think, work pretty hard to do that. So thank you for that. It's noticed. Appreciate it.
We ended up giving for entertainment. It got a 9 only because of the smoke of the casino. If we could figure that out, it would have probably gotten a 10. Food.
And lastly, before we say goodbye to this category, I'd like to recognize Pedro, our cruise director, who was really great. We've, of course, had a lot of cruise directors, and he stands out as special. Yeah. And we saw a lot of him in the yacht club, so it was very close personal service, which is part of what you're paying for with that yacht club experience.
And we went to one of the excursion talks in the main theater, and there were a lot of kids in there. And
that was worth doing, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pedro put on a funny, entertaining, amusing show. He was bringing up kids from the audience. They were giving out gifts. Guys, it is to your benefit to go do these shows because you can win gifts.
Really good gifts.
They're very generous about it.
Excursions and there were a lot of things that they gave away.
Your kids get to go up on stage.
And the kids were all called
photos
out.
and memories of those great, funny memories. So, it's definitely, go do those shows.
Pedro's great.
This brings us to the mystery ingredient.
So this mystery ingredient is that secret that secretly we don't want to have it get out. We've known about this for 8 years now.
So the Top Sail Lounge is the secret ingredient.
Top Sail Lounge is amazing.
The Top Sail Lounge, and there's a lot that goes into this. It's a lot to talk about. We've already talked about a lot of it, but we're talking about the staff, we're talking about the entertainment, we're talking about the art, we're talking about the design and the style, we're talking about Swarovski crystals here, we're talking about a private promenade and a wing bridge, stuff to explore and discover within the land of Yacht Club itself.
There's appointments with the concierge within the Top Sail. The future cruise desk utilizes the Top Sail. You can have an appointment within this unique area.
The beauty and opulence of the public spaces, which are truly exclusive in the case of the Yacht Club. Not so with other competitive products. So let's talk about first the service quality. And I'm thinking here about not only the hotel, bar, restaurant that we've talked so much about, the sommelier, the deck crew, the commanding officers, the senior staff level engaged, but also the concierge. We can't forget the service at the concierge desk. All of it. I'm talking about all of it. It is superb. It is top notch. That is part of what you're paying for. It is part of the quality that is being delivered. And they just crush it.
It's just amazing.
The parties, the live piano music, the talent of the musicians, the dance floor. Guys, use that dance floor. The bar, that incredible, amazing, inviting, great people watching, scenic, luxurious bar.
With great bartenders and the seats at this bar, so you can come in and sit at the actual bar instead of in the couches and actually get to know your fellow cruisers. It's an area that you can actually socialize, and that's where a lot of the other suite lines have failed within their ship within a ship, as it's not a place to really...
Well, we're thinking here about the design. We're thinking here about the style, which is stylish. It's plush. It's cozy. It's loungy. It's grounded. It's
grounded with huge windows.
Flowing. It's sturdy. It's thoughtful. It's inviting. It's soothing. It's sleek. It's intuitive. It's practical. It's accommodating. It's reliable. It's enduring. It's elevated. It's abundant. It's spacious. Got it all in.
You think he likes it? But it's 2 stories worth of windows, and it's right at the front of the ship.
It's kind of beautiful. I think of
you've got this gorgeous staircase to ascend or descend after dinner back for your after dinner cocktail into the top sail. Feel very elegant.
Cinematic.
You can have your pictures taken on it. It is
photogenic.
It's beautiful.
Bring your camera. The sunsets and the stargazing and the ship gazing and the moon gazing from this top sail lounge, guys.
And you have an access to just push a button and be on the outside deck and be outside to get fresh air.
It almost feels like it should be the bridge of the vessel that they've just taken the helm out of and swapped it for a piano and a bar.
It's really cool.
It's amazing.
It's really cool. So the top sail is our mystery ingredient, but we really don't want that secret to get out.
Well, it's out and it's getting out and it's gotten out now, and MSC certainly wants to get it out, and so I'd like to help them do that because they've done us such a solid that, you know, the least we can do to return the favor. So that is our mystery ingredient, and it is a perfect 10.
If we could give it 11, we would.
So we take all 10 categories and all of the subcategories of each of these 10 categories into consideration, and we add it all up, and we get
the best score we've ever given, which is a perfect 10.
perfecto.
Perfecto, MSC. Don't change.
Who gets a perfect 10? Nobody.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot of cruising. We've thought about this a lot. And also, I mean, this review system has really helped us sort of quantify and really analyze our cruise vacations and the value that we're getting. So I'm seeing value in this myself to provide
Let us
value.
know in the comments. We really do want comments so that we can better our reviews for you so that they're valuable to you.
Yeah, so the takeaway here from me was this is one of the best cruises I have ever taken. And we've done over 30 at this point. We've been cruising for 30 years, over 30 years. So that is a huge statement. It will go down in our history, in our log, as being one of the best.
If you have not tried MSC, if you can get in the yacht club, even if you do an entry into the interior cabin, which is going to be our July cruise, you're going to love it. So hopefully come back after July, follow along with us, and we'll see you.
And if you're not doing the yacht club, still worth giving them a try. It's an interesting, exciting, different brand that has a lot to offer and just brings a lot to the party. So thanks for watching this review. Hopefully you got some value out of it. Be on the lookout for new and exciting videos coming out. We're going to be doing a lot of reviews on all of these things that we've talked about. So if you're curious and you're interested about some of the things that we've been talking about, fear not, there are deeper dives coming for all of it.
And then stay tuned. The 4th of July weekend, we're going to be on the seashore and in a yacht club. We've got an interior booked this time, and you'll get to see what that experience is.
Like it, share it, subscribe it.
Comment, you can email us, and we're here to help you be a choosy cruiser too.
So thanks for joining us this evening in the Cruise Cabana, the Choosy Cruisers Chart House.
So thanks for following along. I know that it's been a very long review, but this was a really good cruise. We had a lot to share with you. I'm going to go have a pina colada back on the back deck of the cabana, and Wayne's going to go edit some more videos for you.